With football camp almost a week old, it's time for a position-by-position breakdown of the Fordham Rams, starting with quarterback. Head coach Joel Moorhead has to replace graduated senior Ryan Higgins and has two experienced players returning, led by junior Mike Niebrick, a transfer from Connecticut who stepped in and shared the quarterback duties for the Rams for the first 3 games of 2012 before suffering a season-ending injury in the Cornell game. Niebrick rushed for 162 yards and 4 touchdowns and threw for 105 yards and 1 score last fall. He became the second quarterback in school history to rush for more than 100 yards in a game, gaining 107 at Villanova. Also back is junior Peter Matzold, who appeared in 3 games as a sophomore in 2012 after seeing action in 7 games as a freshman for the Rams, starting 4. He completed 70 of 117 passes for 668 yards and 4 scores in 2011. Also taking snaps for the Rams at camp is junior Nick Logow and freshman Brandon Fields, a 2012 Area Player of the Year at St. Michael High School in Baton Rouge. Today's first day in full pads in the first double session at camp also featured role reversal drills with the defensive line practicing fumble recoveries and the offensive skill position as well as the offensive linemen performing tackling drills. The defensive linemen, including Brett Biestick and DeAndre Slate, got to know what it's like to be a ball carrier, as did linebackers Austin Hancock and George Dawson, with all 4 players showing their footwork. Finally, the defensive linemen practiced ball possession and did a good job holding on to the pigskin. The defense continued its strong camp with junior Jake Dixon coming up big, holding this pass completion to a short gain, and then breaking up a pass later in practice. Freshman Marlon Cook Jr. also came up big with an interception, which he returned down the right side untouched. At the end of the night session, Brett Biestick and Eli Tenuta were able to record the sack. Following practice, we spoke with Mike Niebrick and Peter Matzold. All right, Mike, about a week done with camp now. Your impression so far?
I think we're good. We're going good right now. We've had offensive days where we come out and really dominate the defense, and then we've had days where, the defense comes out and dominates us. So I think we just have to get more consistent on both sides of the ball. But overall, after a week, we'll see how the scrimmage goes tomorrow. But I think after a week of practice, we do well.
Now, personally, you're coming back from an injury that caused you to miss most of last year. How do you feel physically?
I feel real good, actually. My knee feels great. No swelling, no pain. So very encouraging so far throughout a week.
Now, how close is the offense that Coach Moorhead's running here to the offense that you ran at UConn when you were there?
It's very similar. There's a couple of different things that he's kind of put in over the years, but it's very similar. Little terminology difference, but very similar offense, and he expects us to run it to the level that he ran it at UConn.
Now, obviously, compared to Ryan Higgins last year, you bring a whole different facet to the game with being able to use your legs. Is that something you've been doing your entire career?
Yeah, that's always been a part of my game. Ever since I can remember in youth football, I've always wanted to get out of the pocket and run around a little bit. So I consider that a good strength of mine, being able to get out of the pocket and make some plays. So it's just kind of always how I've done things.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
Yep.
All right, Pete, the first week of camp is just about wrapped up here. How do you think it's going so far?
It's going good right now. The 3 things that we're kind of judged every day is our attention to detail, effort, and execution. With effort and attention to detail, we've seen a rise. Coming to practice, less up downs for the team and whatnot. And execution is still not where we want to be. Part of that's we're still installing everything. So freshmen, kind of sophomores, still trying to learn everything, as well as upperclassmen get back in the swing of things. But for the first week, I like where we are.
Now, this is your second year under Coach Moorhead's offensive scheme. How do you feel you're grasping it now?
Well, now I kind of pay attention to the very fine details. Worry more about what the defense is doing besides like what my assignments are, and that allows me to get in the right protection, or if I see that anomaly for the coverage or something like that, it allows me to get in the best position.
Now, part of this offense involves the quarterback running with the ball. Is that something you had done previously in high school, or were you much more of a pocket passer in high school?
I was more of a pocket passer, but we did have runs and zone reads, so I was familiar with it. But yeah, it wasn't.
Is it something? Would you rather sit back in the pocket and throw, or would you like to get out there and run?
I do like to mix it up. I think it's fun to run around and I mean, not to get clubbed or anything, but you know, it's fun to run around. Yeah.
All right, great, thanks, Peter.
Thanks.